you gon' ride? You do me wrong, I cut you off. Bye. You say that I need you, lie. Best believe I'ma survive. No ain't no ballin' me. You keep on calling me, now you just stalling me. I take up capacity. I remember they left it, and look who's the comedy now. No ain't no coming me now. Ain't no more coming around. I know your feelings are fake. You ain't even make a sound. I done seen too many snakes. How the hell I'm supposed to win? How? You had your 2 seconds of fame. That's it. You'll never see that shit again. Cause I'm in it for the long ride. 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 It's gonna be a long night. Oh, they know I'm a winner. Yeah, they know I'm a winner. Can't nobody hold me. Ain't nobody realize. What's up with it? We back with another episode. It's Juice in the building. You know how I'm feeling. I'm here to make $1 million and I'm here to make a killing. If you're seeing what I'm seeing and you're seeing some money, you know what the deal is. I'm excited to be here for another episode. I'm going to get straight to it. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Please tell a friend, refer a family member. Like this video if you like it. But, you know. I want to talk about some data this week. So today I'm going to talk about some data points. I've been following a few economists who are kind of letting you know what's going on in the market. I'm going to point out some data points that they usually look at, that they usually watch to get an idea of what's going on. Are we in a growing economy? Is the economy slowing down? What's going on with the stock market, the bond market, how to read that to kind of predict what's going on. So we're going to get into all that. But before I do, I just want to talk about what's going to happen next week. So next week, I'm going to talk about the difference between proof of stake and proof of work. And I'm going to kind of break down cryptocurrency and how it really works and what the point of cryptocurrency is and why a lot of people think it's valuable, why people call it the people's currency, and because I've been staking my crypto and the rewards that I've been seeing have been crazy. And I want you to be knowledgeable of this as well. So I would definitely share what the difference is between proof of stake and proof of work and how to stake your crypto and how you can earn rewards, also known as interest, just by staking the crypto that you already own and holding it and letting it accrue and compound over time. So we're going to get into that next week. I'm excited for next week. I'm definitely going to hop into that lesson plan as soon as I'm done with this episode. So don't sleep on me. You know how we do. Rock with me. I'm loyal to the 9 to 11 viewers that watch me every week. I'm glad that you tapped in. I'm thankful for you. And that's all I can ask for. Shoot, I only got 4 friends. So the other 5 people, if you watching and you're not my friend, I appreciate you. But we're going to get into it. So first thing I want to talk about is the bond market. A lot of investors, a lot of smart investors and a lot of economists, they look towards the bond market to kind of predict when a recession is going to come. So you have what you call the inverted yield curve, or you could just look up the yield curve. But the inverted yield curve almost always predicts a recession within the next 12 to 18 months. And what the inverted yield curve is, or the yield curve that I'm about to talk about, if you don't know what a yield or a bond is, it's basically like, let's say if you wanted to purchase, it's basically debt issue securities from the government that promise you a rate or yield return on the investment that you put in. So the longer that you go out, aka like if you wanted to buy 15 years or 30 years or whatever, the longer date that you go out, the higher the yield is supposed to be. If you wanted to buy a 1-month treasury yield or a 1-year treasury yield, as opposed to a 30-year treasury yield, then the yield is going to be lower for the 1 year and the 1 month. The yield usually is lower. But what they usually look at, what a lot of economists look at, is the spread between the 10-year and the 2-year. Again, the 10-year is supposed to produce a higher yield, while the 2-year is supposed to be lower. So as that spread, starts to flatten out and starts to come down, that's when a lot of economists predict that a recession is going to happen soon. It either says that the economy is going to slow down or that the recession is going to come soon. So let me give you a few examples of when this was correct. So in October 2018, from October 2018 to December 2018, the market, also known as the SPX, the S&P 500, dropped 19.64%. From October 2018 to December 2018, the market dropped 19.64%. But in December 2018, the spread on the 10-year and the 2-year dropped all the way to 11%. And I remember it was coming down constantly, and it's kind of giving you the warning signs that a recession is continuing to come. So that is continuing to lead investors and let the economists know, okay, either the economy is slowing down or we're about to go into a recession. Now, the specific economist that I was looking at by the name of Kathy Woods, she was going and saying that there may be a recession scare within the next year just because there is going to be a high pile of inventory that a lot of companies kind of overcompensated for. So, you know how there was a lot of shortages, there was a lot of demand for a lot of things, especially in retail, especially in technology and consumer discretionary companies, that consumers were showing and businesses weren't able to meet demand. So you had, and she pointed this out, Nordstroms and Gap sales were down or flat from 2019. They're not really counting 2020, obviously, because of the pandemic. So a good basis point to look at is 2019. So from 2019, their inventories were up double digits while their sales from 2019 was down. So that's showing you that inventory is just stockpiling and increasing while, you know, a lot of revenue is not coming in. So she's saying that that may be a recession scare. And I'm just informing you just to let you know to prepare your portfolio and do not look at this as a bad thing. If I was able to invest in 2020 when the recession, when the crash happened because of the pandemic, I promise you I would be a millionaire right now. And I just wasn't in the stock market at the time, unfortunately, but I don't have any regrets. I just learned from it. So if this happens again, this is going to be a big, huge opportunity for you to buy stuff on major discount. Major discount. Like, don't be scared of this. This is going to be a major discount if this happens. So just prepare your portfolio, get your cash ready, and buy when you see that dip. But a lot of indicators that I wanted to point out that her and a few other economists usually look at to see if the economy is growing is non-farm payrolls. You got unemployment rates. You got the average hours worked, average hours earnings, and you know all these kind of indicate what's going on. I know she pointed out also that the average hourly earnings kind of disappointed numbers because it slightly went up. But this is basically showing you, because you know inflation could be due to multiple reasons. It can be because of prices of inputs or prices of raw materials get higher, or because a lot of employees didn't want to go back to work, and then when they did go back to work, they were demanding a higher wage. So since that's cutting into employees' profits because they have to pay you more, well, that can cause inflation as well, and also to cause the price of goods and services to rise. So, but she was saying that since average hourly earnings didn't go up as much, we can kind of rule that out to say that, okay, inflation isn't being caused by wage. There's no wage inflation really happening in the economy, which is a good sign. So again, I'm just going to be looking towards the bond market, looking at this spread on the 10-year and the 2-year to see and continue to watch that. If it continues to drop, you know, I mean, it's almost always right. So I'm going to continue to watch that, see if there's going to be a recession coming, prepare my portfolio, and I'm telling you, I'm going to buy on them dips. But, you know, that's mainly what I wanted to point out, just those few indicators that you can look at. You can watch those. You can look at the data every week, every month, whenever it comes out. Again, you got non-farm payrolls, household employment. You can even look at unemployment rates, average hours worked, average hourly earnings, and then you could continue to look at companies and their earnings to see what's going on in the market. You know, just stay up to date, stay informed, so you can become, you know, ahead of the game. You can be a smart investor into the market and kind of knowing what's going on and how to hedge and how to protect your portfolio just in case of downside. Again, with the options market, you can make money going up and you can make money when the market is going down. So just make sure you prepare for that. Again, it's nothing to be scared of. And again, next week, we're going to hop into the crypto, because again, this staking that I've been doing, I'm telling y'all y'all sleeping on it. Like, and again, it's kind of complicated to explain. So I'm going to make sure I kind of break it down just like if a rookie would be able to understand it. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to motivate. I'm here to inspire. If you're seeing what I'm seeing, and you're seeing some money. So if you enjoyed this episode, please like it. Please subscribe to the channel. We out.